All right, Cameron. I've heard you've been having some problems in school and having some social issues with your friends and a little bit at home. Is that right?
Yeah. Mainly at school, it's just people aren't really accepting of me. I try to ask them a question, just as the teacher's going over some things real quick, and I might not catch a step or something, and they just kind of brush me off and just ignore me. And then later on, at the end of class, I try to start a conversation with them, just saying, hey, how's it going and everything, and then they just walk away.
Do you have any friends that you can maybe have a base, a cling to where that if you have problems, you've gone to them before?
I've gone to them, they've offered advice, but it's not really, I've taken it into consideration, but it hasn't really helped with the situation at hand.
Oh, is that hurting your grades at all in school, with just not being accepted as well?
Well, mainly my attention's been going to trying to, start conversations with people and trying to be more accepting with other people as I engage in conversation with them. But it's just that my focus has been on that, so it hasn't really been too much towards my grades.
And with your problems at home, can you kind of explain what's been going on there?
Well, main thing is that at home my mom's always busy. She's either on the phone with clients, or she's cleaning house, or taking care of dogs that we have around the house. We have 6 dogs, so they can be a handful. And then I also live with my stepdad, and he drives a truck, so he's mainly not at home. But however, when he is at home, he's not really in the best of moods.
Okay. Do you ever feel like you're not getting as much attention as you would like to?
Well, I guess it's just they're not really making, I guess we don't really have family time. So it's kind of, walk in the door, hey mom, how's it going? And then she's back to working. So
Are you the one that usually tries to start conversation with your parents first, or does it usually just not happen? You just pass each other when you see each other?
well, we have conversations. It's not really like family conversation. It's more of, like what are we doing this week and what do you want for dinner? It's not really very elaborate conversations, and normally they're just small, quick things. The only time that we really get to talk is when we sit down for dinner, and then most of that time we just really don't talk and touch bases on much things.
So I know you said your parents are busy. How busy are you with school and any extracurricular activities that you have? Like, I know you are in band and you have Boy Scouts. Does that have any effect on, maybe from your part, on how you guys don't have that close relationship that you want?
Well, it does take up a lot of time, and it really, whenever I get home, I have not a lot of time for homework until dinner time and then bedtime. So really, my time at home, it's just mainly working on schoolwork and then trying to talk to them whenever in between, switching from that to dinner and then get ready for bed and everything. So really, it does take up some time, but I have to still have those extracurricular activities.
Yeah, of course. And I've been in the same boat. It's when you get through your junior year, it's really hard, and it's really hard trying to balance everything between your schooling, extracurricular, and trying to be happy and have friends and keep a good family life. Now, do you think those problems with your family are extending into school with your social life?
Well, they have taken up a lot of my attention, so I haven't really been able to focus as much on schoolwork as I would like to. If maybe at home, if we could have like some conversations and everything to where maybe we could work things out, but I haven't really been able to do that, so I don't really know how to fix that. So I'm just trying to do my schoolwork at home, and then whenever I get to school and I'm trying to do my schoolwork and everything, I'm trying to fit in with my peers and also trying to put my undivided attention into my schoolwork, but it does take up a lot of attention.
Well, has it shown up in your grades at all? Have you been noticing any slight downfall in your grades or anything?
Well, I've had a couple tests here lately. I've had one in psychology and one in pre-calculus, and they haven't really been that great. One was a D, one was a C. so it wasn't really that great. I think if I would have had more time to focus on just my academics, they may have been better.
Now, have you showed those grades to your parents yet?
They haven't seen them yet, and I'm kind of worried about showing it to them, but eventually they will see them.
Well, how do you think they're going to react to them? Are you scared that they're going to be disappointed in you or mad at you or what?
Well, most of the time my mother, whenever she looks at them, she goes, well, you're doing your best, but you could do better, just keep working at it. And then whenever I show my stepdad my grades, whenever he's home, normally if it's even a B, he looks at it and says, well, why couldn't it be an A? Why are you not, doing your best? And then he normally just throws it over.
So you feel like your stepdad's a lot harder on you than your mom is?
Absolutely.
Okay, and that can be hard, but do you think it might be just because he wants the best for you, or because he's just trying to motivate you in any way?
Sometimes yes, but also sometimes no, because sometimes it just looks like he's just looking for something to complain about or to correct me.
Yeah, and I bet it probably does seem that way sometimes, but do you ever think that maybe I don't think he probably purposely put you down. Have you talked to him about it?
I've tried to talk to him about it, but normally he just kind of goes about his own way. When we do actually have a sit-down conversation about it, and my mother's in the room, then he gives me the same speech about, hey, I just want better for you than what I had.
Yeah, and I can see where he's coming from, but if it's really affecting you that bad, you probably should sit down and talk to both your parents and just let them know how you actually feel. And also, if it's really getting really bad to you with your grades, you can keep coming back to us with the counseling, or you can go to Miss Singh or any of the other counselors and just talk it out and see if they maybe can have a conference with your parents about this stuff. As far as your grades go, have you had to have a tutor at all?
I've been trying to get in some different groups here at school, but then it also goes into the problem of just trying to fit in and be accepted within the group.
Yeah, and trust me, going all the way through high school, I've learned it's a lot of work trying to keep up just being with friends and get your grades. Sometimes you really have to balance it out, and it takes a lot of maturity to do that. So just really, I think you're doing a very good job with what you're doing. Just keep it up. Try to get your parents, talk to them, sit down, talk to them, tell them how you really feel about it. If that doesn't work, then like I said, you can come back to us. You could go to the guidance counselor, or you could ask them maybe if you can get professional counseling with your family. And that's another option.